This is just a little walkthrough video of the prototypes. I'm going to walk through both the user platform and the company platform. There's a lot to get through, so I'm going to try my best to limit this video and not really discuss every minor design decision, but just kind of run through the flow of the platform. So right now we're in the user platform. We have the active cases. This is the first thing you'll be greeted with. If you click on the selector over here, you can see you got in progress, completed cases. So if we go to in progress, this is one that you could have that you're working on. If we go back, we can look at completed cases. I'll show you total earnings. We'll go through all the contents of what a completed case is and what in progress case is and what that all looks like. But let's just start with an active case. So the one I have done is the Blackbear sales strategy. You'll be brought to the briefing. This will pretty much be the main content of what the company is looking for, what their challenge is. This will be the details area, and they also can attach resources and files that as a user you can download. Now if we go to earnings, this will be kind of a description of how it works and the earnings listed. And then we can also have a discussion page over here. Oh yeah, wait. And then if we wanted to start the case, we get the little pop-up notification. We can exit out. 7 days to submit your solution. So if we click start, you'll notice that we have a little timer in the top right corner. We can also hit submit. So now we can have our text editor, and the text editor that I kind of looked at text editor APIs, and CK Editor 5 seems like the best text editor, but you can pretty much use whatever. They all kind of accomplish the same thing. Just throw a text editor API in there. It'll do the trick. Then also you can just use the same file upload certain thing, so that users can kind of upload their resources if they have any extras, like an Excel spreadsheet or something that just wouldn't look as good as if you included it in the text editor. Then we also, if a user wants to do a bunch of work in here, they can save and it'll go back and it'll be in their in progress case, so they can keep working on it. They can submit the case, and pretty much just another pop-up notification notifying that that the company will own the work that you submit, kind of just the legality of the situation. You click submit, it would kind of pop up in your completed case, and you wouldn't be able to view the results until the company has submitted your review of the case. So I guess we can then look at the review. I kind of wanted something really quick. I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. So just feedback, your score. Pretty much do 3 categories. You could do 5 categories. It doesn't really matter how many categories you do. Just kind of make it really simple. The company will grade you from these 3 categories on what they think, and they'll have a little feedback box so they can leave you feedback. So this will pretty much be what it looks like. And I contemplated having the ability to like see your case that you submitted, but with the whole thing that the company owns the resources that whatever you create for them, it kind of makes sense just to show the rating and not be able to access the case and the information you've posted all the time. So we can hit next, and then be like, oh, you made $500. This is your earnings, and then you can collect with a payment API system. I think it's probably in your best interest to use a payment API system for security reasons, functionality reasons. I think that's just the way to go. So we can go back. I think that should cover everything with the cases. This is already going to be a fucking long video, but all right. if we go to events, you can have your events posted up here. You can have upcoming and past. If we click on an event, pretty much self-explanatory. You can also view more and then maybe post a little message down here. Yep, events, that's really easy, we get that. And then messages, this is just the layout of the messages, we get that. And then we have options, so you can view profile, you can view someone's profile, block user, delete chat. Yep, so that, and then also I think in here, yeah, new conversation, pretty much just enter the Blackbear ID number of the user, which is just like a 4-digit number or whatever you guys want to do. That would be listed like right here. Yeah, I think that's it in here. Yeah, I guess I'll do the whole group thing now. So in the groups, I'm trying to keep it really simple because you can get really carried away with this and just add a bunch of crap you don't need. So pretty much this will be the overview. There's kind of two views. There's like an admin view and then the member view. So whoever created the group. So the only difference is that the person who goes through the creation process, and let's say they create a group, enter the group name, icon color, hit create, they will have the options menu. So they will have the ability to change the name, the color, who can post. So you can do either all members can post or just admins can post, or you could delete the group entirely. But also they have a different user option. So you can view profile, but they have make admin and kick user. But if this will switch it over to now the user view, because the user view will only be able to see view profile and message, and then theirs will say, instead of having the settings, it will have a leave button so that they can leave the group. So now we're back here. What more is there? Oh yeah, if you view a thread, so like any thread, you can actually just, if you were to click on the text, it should just bring you to the thread in general. So we went to this thread, and there's 3 comments. Then you can add a comment. And then if we want to make a new post, you can just share something new. And then if you go here, this is just what post options would look like. If you only have post options if it's your post, if you've made it. So we make the post, and then we click on this, and then you have edit post, lock thread, and delete post. Lock thread would be like if there was just a ton of comments and someone just wanted to lock it, and so nobody could comment on it anymore. It's a pretty useful feature. Yeah, I think so if you create a group, enter group name, yeah, and then I think, yeah, just join a group, enter the group ID number, and then also these all have night mode, so messages, events, yeah, everything has a night mode. Oh, maybe not this. I don't know why the prototype got messed up, but yeah, this one does. And then we have profile. Pretty simple profile. But this is actually what the visitor view will look like. And the only difference is this button, because when the visitor views, it'll see a message button. But if it's your profile, it won't have a message. It'll just say edit profile. And then if you want to edit profile, this is what the edit profile will look like. So it's just your display name. You can change your focus, a little drop down menu. You can put your personal website, location, skills, change your profile picture, add some socials, your about me. And then how do I go back? Yeah, and then so this would be notifications, and so I kind of went through the notifications. It's a similar feature to how Instagram on the desktop works, but I think it's probably best to only do notifications that are case related. So don't have notifications that are regarding messages or the group chats. It's probably it's just too many things. It's obnoxious, and so pretty much like you just started a case notification, kind of reminders. If a discussion post has been made in the case. So if like the company updates the details, the contents of the case, yeah, you guys can go through that. That'll help. And then the last thing I think is account settings. And so account settings, I think this is the bare minimum you would need. I just tried to do the bare minimum of everything, so you're not getting carried away with excess stuff. So just your email and then password, and then maybe you can add the little Blackbear updates monthly newsletter thing. All right, so I think that's it with the user platform. It should be it. Yep. All right. Now we'll go over to the company platform. All right. So this would be the active cases that you as a client or a company have posted. So these would be the ones that are currently available. And so pretty much how these cards work would just be the kind of case description that you've created, the date of creation, and then participants, submissions. That's pretty self-explanatory. And then completed cases. Also, it'll become a completed case once you just have 5 submissions, and then that's just the submissions rated. Is just to pretty much add the incentive of companies to make sure that they've rated all their submissions. That color trick can be pretty useful. And then I guess we can go through the selected cases. So yeah, if you click on an active case, you're brought to kind of this hub area of what it would look like. So, right, you have 5 participants. This is the dates they all entered to work on the case, and these are the submission dates. So you've had 4 submissions. You have 1 person that entered kind of late, so they have 1 more submission, and then we can't view a submission here. We can view the case directly through here. We can edit case, I think, both sides. So if we go here, yeah, we can edit the case. Why wouldn't I be able to do it here? Oh yeah, wait. So yeah, this will just be kind of your 3 categories of all the details, so you could just kind of go in and edit it, and then you can also manage your files. You could remove, upload new ones, save it. And so the whole thing, this next frame, is that if you've saved a case of your company and you update something, let's say you add a new resource or you change some details, a little notification. This would be useful if it could be automated, so companies don't actually have to send one out. But just something really simple along the lines of this, like changes have been made to this case, details of this case have been edited, 1 file removed, 1 new file uploaded. Something along the lines of just what's been changed, and the users who are participants of the case will get that notification. That could be super helpful. And then I think there's one completed. Yeah, if we go to completed, so pretty much you have 5 submissions. The only thing is you have these 2 notifications telling you that you haven't graded these yet. So I think we can go to Nora's. Yeah, we can go to Nora's submission. It's just a kind of a mock submission of some basic text and an image, and then her file she's uploaded. And then we can rate this case as a company, kind of do the categories, leave feedback, finish, and now it will say score you gave Nora, and then you'll also now have the option to download the case, all this part directly, just making it easier. I think that's everything here. We just have to do the new case. Yeah. So let's do the new case. So the company wants to create a new case. All you need is case name, short case description. The 1 to 2 sentences is just so that the cards don't get stretched and distorted. If a company like did put like 6 sentences, you just have to kind of cut their sentence off and leave some dots or something, just so all the cards are kind of even. Then they can upload their logo, and this is for pretty much the customization of the card, so they can upload a logo. If you guys can create a system that will automate this, if you just upload a logo in a background color, then the card will have the background color and then the logo in the front centered. It might be kind of hard, but I don't know. And then you have your categories here, so operational, tactical, strategical, and then kind of the options. I still think it's the best to just kind of list out all the features and the why, like give a company a good why this is different than this, and why you should go with this, and what you're expecting in return. And then we can use this, or we can use the top bar. I kind of like the top bar better. So then the case details, this is pretty much, you've seen something similar in the edit case, but pretty much company background, what's the business challenge, and what are you looking for in a solution, kind of leaving stuff, telling companies to be very specific. And then this is just the file upload thing. We've seen this multiple times. Upload some files, and then checkout. Very similar to the payout, just kind of with the operational case, and then you can kind of pick one. You can use any APIs, but the more options, the merrier for payouts, I think, or checkouts. So if you had like 3 or 2 APIs, or you could like go use that API. So you would click one and then just hit pay, and it would take you directly to the service. I can link the Stripe one, but the Stripe one's pretty easy to find, and it works really well. All right. I have to back all the way out. All right. And then talent pool, very self-explanatory. If you click on names, it'll just go to their profiles, and then you can message them there. And then this will just be, you'd sort by focus. These are just placeholders for whatever you'd want to use. And then also just kind of on the rating. And then messages, same thing, new conversation. Options, yeah, we've seen this. And then business profile, I think the only thing different is I changed the notifications to be primarily oriented at like a company's case. So if they've uploaded a case, you get notifications saying like when someone's participated, when someone's submitted, and then maybe just reminders to review a case, something along the lines of that. And then we can also back to the edit profile. The only thing is that the skills are removed. It's pretty much the only thing different here. And then let's go back. Oh yeah, and then the account settings is the same. All right, I think that's it. That should be everything, but there's a lot of frames, so if I missed any, my apologies. All right, thank you. See you guys.